Yeah.
There we go. What is this? It looks like a cross between a bow and a gun.
A crossbow, if you will.
It looks like some kind of cross between a bow and a gun.
Actually, what Ryunosuke would say, and then we would say in that case would be, so a bow gun. Not a crossbow, he'll say a bow gun.
Oh, God, he would, and I hate it.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made the camera.
It's okay. Oh, it's okay. We'll go kill Kodak for you.
Thank you.
Oh, golly. Do you think it might be lightning?
Oh, yeah.
You what? How? It's coming from the ground! I'm leaving!
Hello, everybody. KVTV on the Sun, and welcome back to the third case of the second Gracie's Journey game. Ryunosuke is in the middle of explaining how this mysterious balloon got knocked down with a bow and arrow, because people are taking their stupid pills, apparently, in the court, more so than usual. I don't know.
Everyone is very stupid today.
Yeah, Ryunosuke has to do a lot of explaining. I believe I read this. Did I read this? Well, I'll read it again just because it is the beginning of an explanation. Let's assume, as I said, that the birdcage was hidden inside the green balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment has started, the birdcage in the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At that moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of the spectators to the sky above their heads. From amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared to fall down and crash into the crystal tower. I think you'll all agree it's entirely plausible. That, what I've just described, is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment carried out that day.
Ryunosuke, sweetie, honey, there is such a glaring plot hole in your hypothesis.
I mean, you can tell us anytime, Baroque. Maybe you can turn off your stupid hat and tell us.
Yeah, let's find out if any of these idiots will point it out. Because I'm like, didn't we have visual confirmation that people saw someone go into the birdcage?
Yeah?
Uh-huh. So,
But
then how did the birdcage with a body...
Okay, but considered. So if Ryunosuke is arguing there's a birdcage in the balloon, what if there were two birdcages?
But the same person going into them.
The visual confirmation we had were people who were above the stage. They did not have the clearest of viewpoints.
To be fair,
see, that makes sense. Now,
wanna...
will these idiots point that out?
I also want to point out that they didn't let anyone near the scene for like a half hour. So, you know when it crashed down to the crystal tower, right? No one was allowed to like investigate for like I think about 30 minutes. Like the police didn't get there for quite a bit, which I think is kind of sus. So I have the suspicion. Are we quite sure who was in the birdcage in the balloon?
I mean, I'm not sure about anything because everyone's being stupid right now, but you know.
Understood.
This is ludicrous. What you've described is no science experiment. It's child's play. A contemptible display of stage magic.
Both Mr. Sholmes and Iris said that the experiment was a scientific impossibility. In which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day.
And in any case, the victim's body was found inside the birdcage in the crystal tower. If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that? Okay, at least... Alright, thank you. Alright, thank God. Okay.
Baroque, remember to use a brain today.
Oh, Baroque, I'm so glad your brain came home from the war, God. If I may put in a word, as a man of magic myself, such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by some simple deception.
Juror number 3. How convenient we have a magician in this particular case.
Oh, that would be needed as a doppelganger. Someone who looked very similar to the victim, Mr. Assman. And having this other man appear on stage to front the show as a body double.
Sir, please keep your birds out of here.
Yeah, of course. So in fact, Mr. Aspen must have been inside the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start. No, hold on.
Objection.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you were getting somewhere there, Ryunosuke, and then it just fell apart right at the end.
I see you took the stupid pills today, Ryunosuke. I see it was you.
Now, see, that's the difference with Ryunosuke. It's all natural.
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside it would have been scattered to the four winds when it exploded. No one would ever have embarked on such a risky venture.
Not necessarily. The explosive force of the balloon gas would very much depend on the mixture ratio.
Juror number 4. Oh, how convenient we have a scientist on the juror stand today.
Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive force can be altered.
The mixture ratio. Oh, God. The mixture ratio. There we go. All right.
This is what happens when you try to get off the stupid pills too fast. Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns. That would be unavoidable. But not to such an extent as to render this whole obscene charade impossible.
What?
Huh?
Impossible.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I
not
don't
that.
speak.
It's how Balloon Guy kept saying impossible.
Oh.
So everything that happened can be explained, logically and scientifically.
But not by you, Ryunosuke!
The explosion...
He's trying his best. He's an English major.
He's an idiot!
He's an English major. Thrust into the world of law, okay? The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred.
Well, goodness me.
And if we accept that this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Asman, was never present on the public experimentation stage to begin with. Wait, why are you getting damaged by this? There was a video footage of, there were public people who saw Asman on that stage, so Ryunosuke, you need to slow down for a moment.
A video? What is a
I'm
video?
sorry,
I've
not
never
a
heard
video.
of it.
I know, I like stopped myself, like, wait, no, there were people there. There's no such thing as a video. Anyway, there was radio. There was radio, but not videos yet, or film. Black and white film. Yeah, there we go. In short, he could have been killed by the defendant who was on stage in full view the entire time.
Ah,
Damaged? This will be very hard for the prosecution to count. Nah, are you sure about that? Horn Fancies can't credibly maintain that Professor Hairbrain is the suspect now. You sure about that?
I mean...
Oh no, is Hairbrain about to interject and ruin everything for me? Yes.
Of course.
Hairbrain, shut up! Hairbrain!
No, I must carry my story.
Oh my god!
Miss Naruhodo, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you.
Professor?
But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please.
Huh?
You keep your mouth shut!
Sorry?
What's all this about, Mr. Hairbrain?
I know it's Hairbrain. Hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Mr. Odie Osmond.
Oh my god.
Yes, it was me, one of my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver.
Well, I don't know why he's doing this. I'm so confused.
What are you doing? We're getting very close to proving that his little experimentation might not be a real experiment and actually a sham, and he doesn't want that to happen. So he'd rather like risk his own life than reveal that his science hypothesis was a sham. I'm assuming.
Brain cells are dying.
That's what I'm assuming, because he's a scientist.
Order! Defendant, explain this sudden confession.
How about no? Professor Hairbrain, what are you talking about?
Why was that an objection? Wait, explain this. Objection. Yeah, explain this.
It's what I said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, so you're admitting that this is fabricated. Whatever, I can't with you, Hairbrain. I'm gonna eat a sandwich.
Okay. Would you like strawberry or kiwi?
It's a turkey and provolone sandwich. Calm down, Hairbrain.
Okay. You stand there and claim it was all a trick, an elaborate prank, but where's your proof? No, you had to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then it would all be over. Immutable hypothesis, what did they bear? I mean, the indignity of it.
It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor. If you'll just...
Baroque!
Baroque is eating a sandwich.
Yes, I was eating a sandwich.
That was your sandwich.
It was good.
I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it.
Huh? Betrayal?
So please. Ensure the special dispensation for scientific equipment act as adhered to and protected my creation. Is that a yes?
Grateful gift of this courtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical juncture.
I forgive you.
Here's to my learned Nipponese friend.
Oh, wait, I thought you were talking to me.
Huh? What?
And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in the light of the accused's confession. Can't wait to hear this one. Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of the machine involved in order to establish the truth. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed, and the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved.
Well, counsel, what is the defense's official position on this matter?
What Professor Hairbrain, my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. There's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence, or do I uphold my client's requests but see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust. You know what? Don't even worry about it. He already betrayed us, okay? I think it's fine. Mr. Hairbrain is like just like keeps fighting against you, Ryunosuke. I think it's fine to be a little fight back. Just fight back a little bit.
You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend.
I mean, I guess my tongue twister does count as talking? I don't know.
Or has all knowledge of English escaped your confused Nipponese mind?
Hey, man. Sometimes it takes people to have a response. Shut up. I
feel like that would be a great time to say, hey, I'm an English mayor.
A mayor?
Mayor?
Major. Shut up!
Mr. Naruhodo!
There's no escape here. I have to make a choice. But it's an impossible one. I have to give up on something. But what?
Your career.
The defense asserts that the defendant's instantaneous kinesis machine was, in fact...
Does it matter what we pick here?
I don't know.
Alright,
where does your heart go?
I mean...
Where does your heart go?
Well, my heart goes somewhere else, and then I just... Oh, sorry.
Look, here's the thing. If we get it wrong, it's fine. I think we have a lot of health, so it's not a big issue. So, like, where does your heart... Where does our heart want to go?
No, you know what? Screw it. He wants us to protect the machine. Fine. Protect the machine.
Want to see where that goes, huh?
Let's see where this goes. Let's play this out, Mr. Hairbrain.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Ah! Oh, here comes the switchy eyes again. No, I can't say it. My client placed his faith in me. I can't just let him down.
I see, so it just wasn't a choice at all.
KV, I think you should go here.
What must I give up on? It's not the question you have to ask yourself here. It's what can I protect?
I want to make a guess, and I hope it's correct. There we go! Woo! Yay! She's back!
Hello again, Miss Naruhodo. It's been far too long.
Oh my god, and you went shopping, I see.
KB finally...
in that outfit.
Huh? What?
She looks adorable in that outfit.
I know, right? It's really cute. Although... I don't know, I think it's the concept art, but there's some parts of it I'm like, it's meh. But it is cute in the 3D design of it as it is, but yeah. What was I going to say? KB has a job again. Yay!
What? Being the professor wasn't a job?
No, you got a real job now. Babysitting Ryunosuke. So,
yeah, that's a full-time job.
Susato-san! But, where are you?
Hey!
Oh yeah, let's just do this in the middle of the court. My first Susato takedown in 6 months.
It'll be time to talk later, Mr. Naruhodo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand.
How can he concentrate when you just threw him over your shoulder?
It's fine, don't worry about it.
Sometimes you have to flip your logic the upside down. Yeah?
I get it. I get it.
Which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what I can protect. Professor Hairbrain.
Yes?
Yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too.
Yes, of course.
And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Asman. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we must both pursue now. Hurrah!
So, you finally opened your eyes.
What?
And as for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer. Having heard my learned friend's assertion, Don't you have something to say?
Baroque.
Lord Van Seeks.
Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before.
You haven't heard him speak in 6 months?
Well, excuse me, I was busy being a defense attorney there, thank you very much. In truth, there is one thing, something I've remembered that's of relevance.
What?
The day it happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding a crossbow.
I beg your pardon?
Rubble, 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 rubble. Professor! Did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like?
Taller than me, and thinner than me, with straight hair, straighter, and lighter than mine. Let me see. One less lens than me too. A monocle. A very stylish black monocle. But one thing in particular that would help positively identify the man. You see, I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention.
Oh, you don't say.
Well, maybe you should have led with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
He built the machine?
That's right. Mr. Asman introduced him to me a year ago. He's a man by the name of Enoch Drebber.
Wait.
Drebber!
Yes?
I missed my prompt there because I'm like, wait a second, why do I know that name?
I wonder why you know that name.
It's not as if several years ago you might have voiced that character at one point in the great Ace Attorney lifespan or something.
Oh my god, wait a second.
And if you go and look at your casting role for this case.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not Lewis this time.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's me.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I had to switch.
Oh my god, I actually forgot.
Please.
Right. When you did your 3DS playthrough of this game before it was localized.
Uh-huh.
I was Enoch Drebber. Okay, alright.
Does his name mean something? Members of the jury seem flustered.
Not a name any scientist wishes to hear. The man's an abomination.
Not that any conjurer wishes to hear either.
Who on earth is he?
I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of this nature that I've heard in scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of other flamboyant experiments that turn out to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal is after the government's research grant money.
When magicians are in need of money, I have heard of them resorting to these underhanded tactics. Not me, I'm better than that. Some acquaintances of mine with experience of such things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before.
The man is both an engineer and a magician, yes. We're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here.
My god, we're dealing with a man with an ego.
That's Enoch Drebber for ya.
Man continues to shuffle his cards.
Hey, they're pretty cards.
So it's true then. My invention, a great machine, it was just a grand illusion?
Considering what we've just heard about Mr. Drebber's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely.
Even though no one else believed it, I wanted to. I wanted to believe that machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted.
Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume.
I knew that the machine was examined in detail. Its construction would give away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen. But at the same time, I knew that if I was found out to be nothing more than a trick, then a work of deception, then everything I looked for towards all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. I was terrified at the prospect.
So you really had no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built, and the true nature of Dr. Drebber.
Wait, he's a doctor?
Doctor, hang on, what?
You know what? I feel like Doctor just kind of flips around because if you're a scientist, I guess people just call them doctors. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, but it said Mr. Drebber.
It's fine.
Don't worry about
How
it.
many?
He's a man of many titles.
Yeah.
Does the title of doctor mean nothing to you?
Look, back in the day, anyone could be a doctor if they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it.
It's entirely possible that Mr. Asman and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money.
Then why is Mr. Asman dead?
That's the real question, eh?
When I announced my invention to the crowds that day, it was the finest moment of my career. I put all the devils and told all the dials in exactly the way Zeva had described. When the smoke suddenly started building out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore.
Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act?
Yes. Please go ahead. I'm very sorry.
Oh. He just wanted
That's
to do
cool,
science.
but you're still a suspect in the murder case.
It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zeeks,
My lord?
the court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical.
Yes, Mr. Drebber.
Gather information about the man. If possible, I should like him served with a subpoena. Subpoena.
I hate that English word. I look at the word and it doesn't sound like the way it's spelled, and I'm just like, ugh. Anyway.
No, I love the word subpoena.
Hey, it's like me with the word chimera. That word should not be spelled that way.
Chimera, yeah. That word.
Chimera.
That sounds like a kaiju.
It does.
Chimera sounds like a kaiju.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of kaijus are basically designed like they're all chimeras anyway, technically.
I mean, yeah. This is now the normal pronunciation of this word for us now.
Chimera.
It's also no pronunciation for me.
With pleasure, my lord.
Now, counsel for the defense.
Yes, my lord.
When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you. Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused.
I understand.
Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning.
The judge is literally over here like, You have one job. Do it.
23rd October, the 23rd of October, 1:36 p.m. The Old Bailey, Defendant's Antechamber. Wow, we are like, I'm looking at the actual time right now. It is 1:39. We are like 3 minutes off.
Mr. Nanahono!
Yes?
I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trust me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it ever come to this? I'm so sorry.
Oh. Did you really have no idea, Professor?
I think
What
that's
do you think
become
I'm
apparent.
apologizing right now?
About what Mr. Drebba was really up to, I mean. And about what he was really constructing.
Naturally. Or as they'd say in your tongue, Nanahono.
That's my name.
I know, it's a pun. That machine was an embodiment of my hypothesis, or of my hopes and dreams. I have complete faith in it.
Alright, in that case, I won't say any more. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands. So, we must do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow.
Thank you for doing so much for me.
I feel like he was going to say something else, and it didn't happen.
I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Miss Naruhodo.
It's fine! You're here, I guess. Arriving late?
Asusato is never late, or never early. Asusato arrives exactly on time.
Didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I had arrived.
Postcard? What postcard?
I hid it from you, Runa, so it would be a surprise.
Oh my god, Iris!
Well, did it work?
I was surprised, alright. Especially when she threw me to the ground.
Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that it sort of stepped out.
You expressed your happiness by throwing me? What, huh?
Yeah, I threw my girlfriend all the time back in Japan.
Okay, throw Shomes then.
Yeah, please, throw Shomes.
I respect him. I don't have admiration for him. But listen,
Excuse me?
Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in the future? There should be a "the" there. I feel like there should be a "the" there.
It makes sense.
Cersei's train was late into London Victoria this morning, you see. But we made the coachman really whip the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole the trial.
Those poor horses.
I was watching you from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself.
Well, I'm glad you didn't.
Oh,
Man, I really wish they did implement that DLC costume. They were planning to have the Ryotaro costume also included with the when they released it for the Switch, you know, the re-release of everything. They had to add it in as a new feature, and they just didn't have time. That was it. That was the only reason. They just didn't have time. Oh, and
That's a shame. It's already coded in there.
I know.
Yeah.
I think it's just no, but I guess they just couldn't make it work where like at other angles.
Yeah, because it's coded in there as her as the main defense. It's not coded in there as her as the side console.
Yeah, there's like multiple different models. Like this is a different model from her like side model. So I guess they just never coded. They just didn't have time to code it in. Oh, and the other one they were gonna include was Shomes in the these guardsmen's outfit, the copper outfit.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, those were the two outfits they were gonna add. They just ran out of time. They didn't have the funds, so they just didn't do it, which is a shame.
So what would have been the extra outfit for Rinosuke?
There was a no. I think they were.
He gets to dress up like Phoenix Wright.
Oh my god. No, I could. Yeah. There was a joke where they wanted him to wear. Okay, KV, you probably know what it is. You know the old style of Japanese underwear? Like it's like a futari or something. What is it?
Yeah, I think I'm familiar. Kind of like a bathing suit.
Fundoshi?
Fundoshi. Yes. You know what I'm talking about, KV?
Vaguely.
Okay, so it's the fundushi where like literally there's like they wrap it around and there's like a towel in front of their privates.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so because back in the day that would have been a thing, the fundoshi or something like that, I believe.
I am terrified of what fans would have done if they
here's
ripped that model from the game.
Yeah. So here's the thing: the running joke is if they did do that, because when they're in the courtroom, you only see the top half of their body. Yeah. That was the running joke. Like, it would look like they're actually naked even though they're wearing a fundoshi, because you never see,
Just imagining Baroque just like, my god, man, put some clothes on.
Yeah,
hey, man, you don't know what's below here.
We're in a court of law, man.
Well, that being said, I kind of wish they did do Ryotaro, because, like, it would have been really cute having Ryunosuke and Ryotaro at the stand in their outfits. That would have been so cute. Anyway, I fell off on a tangent about DLC costumes we're never gonna have, so I've accidentally made this go over. So we're going to continue this in the next video. We'll see you all then.
Everyone gets a DLC costume. I forgot his name. Never mind.